everybody, welcome back to Organized Joy. This is the second episode along the lines of jewelry. I did 2 episodes ago, I did one on jewelry evaluations. Today is around jewelry care. How do we care for our jewelry? Where do we store it? What do we look out for to make sure that it's all in perfect order? That's what we're going to chat about today. So how do you clean jewelry? Now, jewelry, any kind of jewelry, gold, silver, platinum, no matter what it is, it's a metal. So the more you polish it, you're actually polishing away metal. So they say you should do it as seldom as possible. But when you do want to clean your jewelry, just use a very simple solution of a little bit of dishwashing liquid, some warm water, and a very soft brush. I use an old toothbrush. I just mix some dishwasher liquid up with some water and I clean, especially my engagement ring. Now, there's a lot of talk around ultrasonic cleaning and buying one of these little cleaners for your jewelry. But I've spoken to a few jewelers and they have said be very careful because that way of cleaning is not right for all kinds of jewelry. And depending on what stone you have in there, it could crack. So if you want your jewelry done professionally, take it to a jeweler. It's much better option. So where do you keep your jewelry? Now, it's always a good idea to invest in a few jewelry holders, whether that is for bracelets or for rings or jewelry boxes or somewhere to hang your necklaces. Let me show you where I keep mine. It's always good to have a nice bracelet holder, whether it is one where you can pop cuffs on, as in this long one here, or one where you can put a whole lot along something. Keeps them out of being tangled. Here I keep all my necklaces and my earrings hanging. Here is a lovely holder with all my longer necklaces. Now, it's very important, don't let them bump against each other and don't let them scratch each other. Don't just throw it back into a box because it will scratch another piece. And you don't want it to get tangled up either. So take care with them. So here's a couple of tricks for you. If you get a knot, 2 ways to undo it. The first one is put a little bit of baby oil onto the knot. It just loosens all the strings of the necklace or the bracelet, whatever it is, makes them soft and they'll open up much easier for you to pull apart. Or take a pin, stick it straight into the center of the knot and wiggle it and it will loosen up that knot. Now, I know that when I was traveling, all my necklaces used to get knotted up because you put them in a little bag and they're not hanging on your usual spaces. But a trick I heard about and have done is that you thread them through a straw before you travel. And that way they won't get tangled. It's pretty smart, right? So thread them through and then tie them at the top again or close them. Very smart. And then checking your jewelry. Especially if your jewelry has stones in it, it's very important to check the setting and that it's being held correctly. So when you do your jewelry evaluations, get your jeweler to check all the settings. But also be aware of your rings and your whatever it is that has a stone in it or something that you should check. And just look before you put it on or once you've taken it off for the day and you're about to hang it up, have a little check at it. You'll be happy. Because if you spot something is loose, you'll be glad you spotted it then and not when it's missing. I have done a list for you about jewelry care with all these tips and tricks. It is list number 40 on my website, organizedjoy.co.za, in the lists section. So go and check it out and you can see how to care for your jewelry. And then I will link my episode 2 ago about jewelry evaluations and you can go and have a watch of that if you haven't seen it yet. Other than that, thank you so much for joining me at Organized Joy, organizing your life from A to Z.